Hello everyone. So today we will going to discuss about the second chapter of business study, that is the principle of management. So principle of management is management. You have already studied in the first chapter what is management. So let me give you an overview. It is the process of doing things done effectively and efficiently. And if you are not going to the first chapter, please go through it. I will provide the link in the description box. You go through it, study it, then only you will know about this principle of management. This chapter will be easy for you. So first you go through the first chapter. Okay, so then now what is the principle of management? Principle of management, it is the what? Principle is the general guidelines that are followed by a manager in order to have some decision. In order to make some decision, the general guidelines that are followed by the manager, that is known as principles, and this principle should always be of the universal nature. That means that will be universally applicable. So the actually management in the if you go through it, then the first chapter it defined that the nature of management, it work as science, it will also work as art, and it will also work as a profession. So what the science says, it will be universally applicable, is not it? So whatever the organization, whether it is a large nature or of the small nature or of the middle nature, it does not depends. The principle that are of the management, that should be same for all type of organization, so it will be applicable universally. Next is the general guidelines. So what is the general guidelines? The all organization that are facing the same problem, there should be a general guidelines to solve any kind of problems. Okay, this principle help in solving the what solution, solving the solution for any problems. Then the next is the, it will come through a proper experiment, that will be a proper practice. So whatever the principles are developed, it should be after a lot of practice and deep research work of the fact and figures. So next is, it will be very much flexible. So whatever the principle that are developed, it will be of flexible nature. The rigid nature principles are not applicable in any type of organization, because a organization and the management, it work in a dynamic environment, is not it? So our environment, it changes rapidly. So in order to modify the principles, they manage, whenever it was required for the management, it should be of flexible nature. So the principle of management, the nature says that it will be flexible, and it works for the guidance of the employees. The next point is what? Mainly behavioral, means it work for the guidance of the employees, it work to influence the behavior of the employees. Then next is the relationship cause, between the cause and facts. So it will be based on the some cause, and when we are applying that cause or that fact to a particular situation, and what will be the result of it, that relationship with the principle. So when you are applying a fact on a particular situation, and when whatever the result that are coming out, it will be a set of principle that are applied for the organization, by the organization. Next is, it is contingent. Contingent is what? It manage, that means it depends on some situation, and it will be based on observation, it will work after repeated experimentation. That means it depends on the situation of the organization, it depends on the environment of the organization where the organization is working. So it is very contingent in nature. So next is the significance of principle of management. So what are the significance, कैसा होना चाहिए? So significance, it says that it provides a useful tools for the manager in order to convert anything into a reality term. जो भी आप सोच रहे हो उसको रियलिटी में लाना, it will be provide helped by the principle of management. Next, whatever the resources are available, it, when you are using some principle of management, it helps in using that resources optimally and working of the administration effectively. So principle of management, it work for the optimum utilization of resources. That means it helps in reducing the wastage of the resources, and also wastage of time, then only the administration will go work in time, get the work in time. Next is scientific decision. So you all know that the management is a part of science, so whatever and all the principles that will be universally applicable, so whatever the decision they are getting, it will be based on fact and figures. So it will be what, it will be a scientific decision. हम कुछ भी ऐसे ही सपने में देख के उसको मैनेजमेंट का प्रिंसिपल नहीं बना सकते, दैट शुड बी बेस्ड ऑन सम फैक्ट एंड फिगर्स, then only it will be a decision. So it will be a scientific decision, and it always help in meeting the changing of the environmental requirement. So already previously I have told that and our environment is, it changes rapidly. We cannot imagine that this today's situation will be same after 2 or 3 months or after 1 year. So we have to work according to the requirement of the environment, and it should also work for the fulfillment of the social responsibility. Means it will not work for the harm of the society, it will work for the help of the society. Whatever the society want, that according to only the management should work. And it provide training, then education and the research work for the both the environment, so both the society and the workers, they are working in the organization. So we got to know lot about the overview of the chapter, that what is principle of management, it is the general guidelines. Then the what are the natures, it will be the mixture of science, art and profession. So what are the significance, it helps in utilizing the resources and making the decision in order to cope up with the our dynamic environment, and in order to help the society, social responsibility. So now who had developed this? So कहाँ से आए ये principles? हाँ, हमें पता चल गया कि हमको research after a lot of deep observation and repeated experimentation, we are able to know about the what is principle of management, and we find some principles. Then it is the derivation of what deep observation and repeated experiment. Now who had done this? So when we are asking about the principle of management, the two names comes out forward. One is Henry Fayol, another is Taylor. So today we will discuss about only Henry Fayol. So who is he? He actually was born in France in 1841, and he was an engineer. Professionally he was an engineer. He worked in coal mining company. Actually he was graduated in mining engineering, so he got the post of engineer in the coal mining companies. So and in 1881 he got the promotion as a managing director of the company. And at that time the company situation was very low, and financially it was very poor. It was in the situation that it was going to break out, means insolvents, खत्म हो जाने, टूटने वाला था वो कंपनी. उस टाइम में उनको प्रमोशन दिया गया था. So that came a challenge for Henry Fayol to survive the company. अभी जैसे हमारा लास्ट ईयर में हुआ था शायद, आपका एयरसेल बंद हो गया था, लाइक दैट वे इंसॉल्वेंसी. उनका फाइनेंशियल पोजीशन इतना वीक हो गया था कि वो टूटने की कगार में थे. एंड एट दैट टाइम ही वाज पोस्टेड फॉर द मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर, एंड ही एक्सेप्ट द चैलेंज, एंड ही choose the position and work for the company. So when he came to the position, he was thinking about why our company was going so low, why the performance of the company is so bad that it was in the situation of insolvency. So उन्होंने research किया, अलग अलग टेक्निक्स अपनाए, मैनेजर टेक्निक्स अपनाए. तो आफ्टर lot of research और he finds some principles, and actually he developed 14 principles of management. And when he was retired after 30 years of work, the company was the leading company of coal industry company. And at that time the financial background of the company was so strong, that means everyone is looking. And look at it, when he was joining the company, means joining the position, at that time the situation was totally different. At the time the company was going to shut down, and when he was getting retired, the company was booming. It has a name and it was becoming a brand, and it was financially so strong that the other company, he supports the financially to the other company. And the Henry Fayol, that time he developed some principles. Actually, he developed 14 principles of management, and he succeeded in the challenge that he has accepted by using that principle. So let us discuss about these principles one by one. So first principle is the division of work. So Henry Fayol says that it is not possible for any organization or any individual to do a work in solely. Whenever you are running a company, it is not possible that you are going to complete all the work individually. हाँ, हो सकता है आप कर लो, but it will take time. It will lead to wastage of resources that will not good for the development, overall profitability of the organization. So division में we should divide the work according to the skill of the workers. So division of work is very much essential. Henry Fayol says that, and we too also believe that the division of work is important. Then next is your authority and responsibility. So next, the second principle that is provided by the your Henry Fayol, he says that authority and responsibility, these two are two terms that should be used by the management. Authority, it is the power, and responsibility, it is responsibility means accountability and answerability. Authority is to give the order, is the power to give the order and get the thing done. Authority आपको डिफाइन करेगा कि आप किन को ऑर्डर दे सकते हो और आप कितना, आप अपने एम्प्लॉय से कितना ओबे करा सकते हो आपके काम को. दैट इज ऑथोरिटी. एंड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी इज द हु आर रेस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर द वर्क, who are accountable for the work, to whom they are answerable for any obligation. That is responsibility. So Fayol says that the authority and responsibility, these two are different things, and these two togetherly complete a job. एक authority होगा, then only we will have some responsibility, और responsibility होंगे then only authority can work. So as lower level is always responsible to the higher level, and authority, the top level management always provide guidelines and orders then to the lower level management. Next is discipline. Discipline, it is the another factor that on which the Henry Fayol worked, that he said that whenever someone is doing the work properly, disciplinedly, that means they have enough of knowledge on it, sufficient knowledge on it, and they are practiced, trained, well trained, they will not disobey the rules, they will obey the rules, and they will not actually waste the time and resources. So discipline में काम करना बहुत ही important है, Henry Fayol ने कहा था. Next is unity of command. On this concept, he says that there should always one boss over a number of subordinate. मतलब अगर हमारे पास बहुत सारे वर्कर्स है, मान लीजिए आपके पास 10 numbers of workers हैं, on over this 10 workers one boss should be there to whom they are responsible, and the boss who is the authority for the subordinates. So unity of command says the command हमें एक ही बॉस से मिलना चाहिए. So it is, this principle is very much applicable in military organization. यहाँ पे कमांडर क्या करते हैं, कमांड करते हैं अपने सबऑर्डिनेट्स को, and all this command are followed by their subordinate equally, unity, and they provide unity among them. Then next is what? Unity of direction. Unity of direction says that there should be one boss and one plan. मतलब जब हमारे पास एक बॉस होंगे और एक ही प्लान होगा, then only we will direct, it will help in directing the workers in a same direction. एक सेम डायरेक्शन होना बहुत ज़रूरी है. एक डेफिनेट डायरेक्शन होना बहुत ज़रूरी है। किसी भी काम में हमें एफिशिएंसी लाने के लिए, इफेक्टिवनेस लाने के लिए एक प्रॉपर डायरेक्शन और एक प्रॉपर कंट्रोलर होना बहुत ही ज़रूरी है। एंड द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज आवर सबऑर्डिनेशन ऑफ इंडिविजुअल टू जनरल इंटरेस्ट। मीन्स अभी एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में दो टाइप के इंटरेस्ट होते हैं, एक सब इंडिविजुअल इंटरेस्ट, एक जनरल इंटरेस्ट। जनरल इंटरेस्ट इज द गोल ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। जनरल इंटरेस्ट क्या है? आपका गोल ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। तो ये क्या होंगे? हमें हमेशा किस में काम फोकस करना चाहिए? जनरल इंटरेस्ट पे फोकस करना चाहिए। तो जनरल इंटरेस्ट अगर हमने फोकस किया और ये फुलफिल हो गया, देन दी सबऑर्डिनेट इंडिविजुअल इंटरेस्ट ऑटोमेटिकली इट विल बी फुलफिल्ड। ठीक है, तो सबऑर्डिनेशन ऑफ इंडिविजुअल टू जनरल इंटरेस्ट, इट इज वेरी मच एसेंशियल। नेक्स्ट इज योर रेम्युनरेशन टू एम्प्लॉयज। अभी किसी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में वर्कर्स को सेटिस्फाई करना बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट है। And whatever the remuneration is given to the employees, means whatever the salary is given to the employees, it is important to give them according to their effort. मीन्स कि जितना टाइम उन लोगों ने वहाँ पे दिया है उस हिसाब से उनको रेमुनरेशन प्रोवाइड करना बहुत ही ज़रूरी है। नेक्स्ट इज सेंट्रलाइजेशन एंड डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन। दिस इज द इम्पॉर्टेंट कंसेप्ट, सेंट्रलाइजेशन एंड डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन, एंड यूनिटी ऑफ कमांड एंड यूनिटी ऑफ डायरेक्शन, दिस टू आर ऑल्सो इम्पॉर्टेंट। So centralization is when you are not sharing the when you are not sharing the power, that is centralization। आप अपना पावर आप अपने पास ही रख रहे हो, this is centralization। please ignore this। when I am preparing the PPT, that time I got some this I am trying something and it was recorded, sorry for it। so centralization, it is the when you are not sharing the power, and decentralization is when you are sharing your powers। in some sort of organization centralization work, and in some sort of organization decentralization work। so centralization is Henry Fayol says that whenever it is required to have centralized centralization of the function, it is important to have not to share the power or authority। and when it is, and if you find that this decentralization is more effective, then it is important to share the power among the subordinates। so it is decentralization। next is scalar of chain। scalar chain क्या है? chain जो हम हाथ पकड़ के पहले खेलते थे ना, पकड़ के एक चेन, लंबा चेन बनाते थे, दैट इज चेन। तो स्केलर चेन यहाँ पे क्या दिखाते हैं? स्केलर चेन आपको दिखाता है कि एक सेकेंड, यहाँ पे ऐसा होगा, देन ये आपका अथॉरिटी होगा, देन यहाँ पे आपके सबऑर्डिनेट्स होंगे। सो स्केलर ऑफ चेन बोलते हैं कि जो भी काम हम करेंगे एक क्या है, लाइन में फॉलो होगा। मीन्स जो भी हमारा ऑर्डर आएगा वो कहाँ से आएगा? टॉप, हायर लेवल टू लोअर लेवल। अथॉरिटी हमेशा हायर टू लोअर आता है, एंड रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी इट विल ऑलवेज कम फ्रॉम लोअर टू हायर। मतलब लोअर लेवल हमेशा अपने हायर लेवल पर अकाउंटेबल होते हैं, आंसरेबल होते हैं, and this higher level always have the power to give order and instruction to their subordinates। next is your order। अभी कोई भी काम प्रॉपरली अरेंज होना, सीक्वेंस में रहना, ऑर्डरली वे में करना, इट इज़ वेरी मच इम्पॉर्टेंट। तो हेनरी फेयल कहते हैं जब भी हम कोई भी काम ऑर्डरली, अरेंज, डिसिप्लिन मैनर में करेंगे, देन इट विल हेल्प इन achieving our goal more easily। next is equity। equity means आपका बराबर, मतलब का जो भी अभी आपके एम्प्लॉयज़ हैं उनको इक्वल इम्पोर्टेंस देना बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट है। आप किसी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में जब एक बैलेंस एनवायरनमेंट क्रिएट करके रखोगे तो वर्कर्स भी सेटिस्फाई रहेंगे एंड दे विल लव टू वर्क देयर. नेक्स्ट इज स्टेबिलिटी ऑफ पर्सनल. So stability of personnel is when a proper environment is provided for the employees, then the employees love to work there and they will definitely want to work there for a longer period of time. And it is very much important for the organization that the workers they are working in an organization will work for more than a period of 5 years. That means stable रहना. पर्सनल उनका वो जल्दी वहाँ से निकल ना जाए. कहीं किसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में आप देखोगे एम्प्लॉयज़ टर्नओवर बहुत ज़्यादा होते हैं बिकॉज दे आर नॉट गिविंग एन प्रॉपर एनवायरनमेंट ऑफ वर्किंग. दे आर नॉट प्रॉपरली डायरेक्टेड. एम्प्लॉय सेटिस्फाइड नहीं है. सो दे विल लव टू join some other place and they will go there. Next is initiative. Initiative define करेगा आपका कि आप किस काम में ज़्यादा एसेसिबल हो, कितना काम वो कर सकते हो. सो अभी अगर स्कूल में कोई फंक्शन कल्चरल फंक्शन हुआ तो उसमें इनिशिएटिव कौन लेगा? जिनको कल्चरल प्रोग्राम में इंटरेस्टेड है. जो स्पोर्ट्स में इंटरेस्टेड है वो स्पोर्ट्स फंक्शन में जाएंगे. सो डैट इज़ इनिशिएटिव. सो हेनरी फयोल कहते हैं जो भी जिस काम में इनिशिएटिव लेना चाहते हैं उनको वही काम प्रोवाइड करना चाहिए ताकि वो काम अच्छे से कर पाएँ. नेक्स्ट इज स्क्रिप्ट दी क्रॉप्स. स्क्रिप्ट दी क्रॉप्स इसका मतलब क्या है आपका? स्क्रिप्ट दी क्रॉप्स मतलब आपका जो फीलिंग है जब आप एक एनवायरनमेंट में काम कर रहे हो उसका जो फीलिंग है आप में, एक जो आप ग्रुप में जब आप काम करते हो और जब आपको ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंस मिलता है, वो जो रेस्पेक्ट आपको मिलता है, उसमें जो आपको प्राइड मिलता है, आप जो अपने आप को मतलब एक एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी पर्सन फील करते हो, डेट इज स्पिरिट ऑफ दी क्रॉप्स. मतलब हेनरी फयोल कहते हैं कि अगर कोई एम्प्लॉय एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी है, वो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के लिए मोर देन अनफ कर रहे हैं, तो उनको अप्रिशिएट करना चाहिए एंड अकॉर्डिंगली उनको शेयर करना चाहिए ताकि वो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के लिए और काम करें. सो दैट्स ऑल फॉर टुडे. प्लीज़ डू लाइक एंड शेयर माई वीडियोज़ इफ़ यू लाइक इट एंड प्लीज़ सब्सक्राइब माई चैनल. थैंक यू.